Hello and welcome to week 5. This week you'll be exploring the development of language into the school years and on to adulthood. And although much of language acquisition occurs from birth through preschool years, the development does continue throughout the school years, especially during the primary grades. And of course, even into adult years, people continue to add to their language knowledge. So you'll be looking this week at the continuation of language acquisition as a child enters school, including how the vocabulary grows, cognitive development, and how syntax, morphology, and pragmatics all advance. So by the end of this week, you should understand what we mean by semantics, vocabulary and cognitive growth, syntax and morphology as it relates to language development. You should understand the term metalinguistic development and be able to make a connection between language, cognition, reading, and writing. You'll also be looking at the roles of the speech and language pathologist. So you do have some work to do, and you want to continue to be working on your transcript and perhaps submit that to me should it be ready, and your CFU outline. If you do that, I will be able to check that before the due date and give you feedback in case there needs to be changes. If you're not ready, well, then you miss out on that feedback. Let's take a look at the activities and assignments for this week. You, of course, will continue to post to the discussion board. And on the 30th, you'll remember we changed the date to give you a little more time so not more than one item would be due each week. So this is your theory and reflection paper that's due at the end of this week. So please make sure that that gets done and do proofread before you submit. Back to our reading and resources. You're going to make sure that you've read chapter 6 in our text. And then you're going to be taking a look at some items. The first is metalinguistics in the school-age child. And this will supplement your reading. And it's very short, it's 1 page. And it talks about the importance of metalinguistics, what it is, and how it relates to communication. So take a look at that. That should be helpful to you. The next item is activities to encourage speech and language. And this is nice because it's broken down from birth to 2 years, 2 to 4 years, 4 to 6 years. And this should prove to be useful to you. So please do take a look, bookmark it, save it so you know where to find it in the future. Whoops. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to call to your attention are 2 PowerPoints. The first one is a language and literacy PowerPoint, and you can see this was developed by another professor at the university, but it's got a lot of information, and I'm sharing it with you. The next one is a short PowerPoint that gives you an overview of the speech-language pathologist and the role and the importance. And finally, there is a podcast that deals with building language and literacy during summer. And there are other podcasts in this area that might be of interest to you that you can take a look at. There is one on autism, if that's a topic that's interesting to you, on hearing loss. And as you can see, there's quite a lot here. But for this particular assignment, we're looking at literacy skills. So there's different ways that you can view this. You can download them. You can see them in iTunes. You can subscribe to the feed from this association if you find this of interest. So the one that you're dealing with, though, is literacy intervention. And that link may not take you there here, so you want to just use the one that I gave you and take a look at that. So I know that you're busy doing your SEA, and I know that this is the holiday season and you have a lot of family demands and school demands as well. So plan your time wisely, use it well, and I will be in touch with you during the week. Make sure to keep me notified of any problems you may be encountering as you are doing your work so that I can try to troubleshoot for you. Thank you and have a great week.